Hello guys, and welcome back to Bulgaria, our second season here in the small European nation as the manager of Beroe. We are still here at Beroe. It's episode number 100 of our epic journey across Europe to win the top flight division in every European nation. If you do enjoy the journey, please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me and the subscribe button. Like I always say, it does help me out massively. At the time of recording, we have just passed 10,000 views on the channel, which is absolutely fantastic for me. The channel is now about a year old as well, which is great. You know, I'm enjoying doing it. The wife maybe not so much, although she does get some peace and quiet. But we're here back in Bulgaria, second season as the manager of Beroe. We are taking on Ludogorets in the first game of the season. Europa League, we were drawn against one of our former enemies in Beroe from Slovakia. Slovakia is not really gone according to plan since we left there. We won it in 2044, so 5 years ago now, with Podbrezova. They've not been in the top three since, unfortunately, but Rosenborg finished third last season, so they do get themselves that Europa League spot. We comfortably beat them 3-0. It was a fantastic performance. Sonchev and Mikov with the goals. But before we go into the first game of the season against Ludogorets, where hopefully we can win, we are going to have a look over the signings that we've made. Now, it's been quite restrictive. We have had that wage budget to spend. It's reduced down to 27. I've had to move some funds about. But the most I've been able to offer players is like 2k or 2.2k. And they've not wanted to come for that. So I've done the best I can with what I've got. There's not too many players coming on loan this season. Estoril were a bit funny with some of the players, so I think there's only one actually. There's a couple of permanent signings as well. I have reduced our odds in terms of the league. They're now down to what they finished off last season, which was 26s. So we are predicted to finish in 6th at 26s. Hopefully, that's close enough to Ludogorets that we can take them on, and do the job, you know, here in Bulgaria. Let's get out of Bulgaria as fast as we can. That would be great, wouldn't it? Hopefully, a little run in Europe can give us some transfer funds going into January, which can change our season around. In terms of signings, though, let's go over them. There's not been too many. There's been a few outs as well, mostly fringe players. There was a couple left at the end of last season as well when their contracts expired, including Bar. 1.3 million spent last season. I didn't realise I'd spent that much. Okay. The first one in through the door was Miguel Silva. He came in for £475,000. He came in at the end of last season. It's a lot of money for a club like Beroe to be splashing out, but he's 19 years old, Portuguese. He's got bags and bags of potential, and he's already pretty much first team ready. He is second string as it is, because we actually brought in two other centre halves. He's on 2.4k a week. Big transfer outlay for a second string player, but I'm hoping that he can develop that potential and he can become a regular first team player. The ones who have come in this season, we've brought Antonio de Almeida back in on loan from Estoril. He was here the season before we were. He didn't want to sign for us last season, but we've brought him back in. He's going to be the starting striker this season, the 20-year-old Portuguese. Now, I did make an error in the loan again, and he's only here till Christmas Day. Hopefully, once we get to Christmas, I can extend that. But he's picked up 3 goals in the friendlies, obviously before the season started, pre-season. That includes a 1-1 draw with Bayern Munich, believe it or not. Next in through the door we made the signing of Marvin Toms permanent from Voluntari for £240,000. I've quite enjoyed watching Marvin play for the last couple of seasons, obviously at Voluntari and then now at Beroe. He's actually scored 8 goals for his last season as well. He's a very, very good player for the level that we're at, and he's fairly decent as a segundo volante. His finishing pretty much lets him down. In fact, we'll set him to some shooting finishing. He's still only 25, so he's not really going to develop too much, but there is a chance that he can. As far as a Voluntari, the Romanian First League is not loaded anymore. It's gone, so we can't see it, unfortunately. But, you know, I'll keep an eye out, see if they do appear in that top 3 again at any point. Next in was A player from another nation we've been to in the past, in Hungary. We've brought him in on loan from Ferencváros. We are paying all of his wages. There's also a loan fee of £210,000 with a potential future fee of 1.2 million. But he's actually made it into the media Dream 11 this season, has Musa. So expecting big things of him at centre half. Again, he's very, very good in that position. He does, he changes things for us. Unfortunately, he doesn't like big matches, which is unfortunate, but expecting big things from Musa. And then next in was a free transfer, Odd Einar Grumailen, or Grumailen is how it shows up in the match engine. Another centre half, 32-year-old Norwegian, spent his entire career at Nardo, 390 appearances with 20 goals. I don't know how he's only got 20 goals with a jump and reach of 18 and heading of 15. He is our main target from corners, and I expect quite a few goals from him. He's also got 18 for his tacklings, positions 14, marking 16. He's very, very good as a defender. He's quick and strong as well, and I'm really hoping that he is going to make a huge difference to us this season. Only on a year contract though, it's all I could offer him. Depending on how he performs, it may be extended at the end of the season. But Europa League, he's played that one game with a 7.3 average rating. So those are the signings, guys. Financially, we're still okay. We're still in the black. We've got no transfer budget left. Wage budget, I can't really add anybody to it. Hopefully a run in Europe will give us some more money. I can go to the board in January and ask for some more money to come in, and hopefully make some signings in January to kick on. So today we are taking on Ludogorets, the defending champions. It would be nice to pick up a win here against Ludogorets, just to see, sort of what we're made of. So the starting lineup for today is going to be Kupanov. He is still here, the 29-year-old Bulgarian now. Had a okay season for us last season. He conceded a total of 35 in 35 games in the league, which I think is quite reasonable for a team of Beroe's stature. So he's still here, decent goalkeeper. Spazov is the new club captain, the 20-year-old right fullback. He's now completely natural as a right fullback or wing back, which is great. Wing back on support is what we play. Again, still developing, still got some potential to hit. Quite pleased with him. He's quick. He can cross. He can defend as well. Off the ball does need some work. In fact, we might change his from crossing to his off the ball, which I believe is in attacking movement. It is. So hopefully that will improve as he ages. It gets better throughout the season. Two defenders for today is going to be Grumailen and Gay. They're both going to start in the centre of defence. The other new signing, Miguel Silva, finds himself on the bench. Last season's new arrival, who only played 3 games for us in Fernie Ambuia, starts at left back today. Again, a very capable player for a wing back. Great pace, can cross, good positioning, can defend as well. So I think defensively we're actually quite sound. Josephs is starting today. Grablav has actually got an injury as things are, but again, he's more than capable of playing as that defensive midfielder on defend, is the 28-year-old South African. So he's here. He's more of a rotation though. Julian Grablev will be the starting player in that position. Lubinov, again, another 20-year-old at the club. Seems to be a great youth academy here at Beroe. Is starting in the defensive midfield as one of the Segundo Volantes, alongside Toms. The new signing, of course, was here on loan last season. Two wingers haven't changed from last season. Hristev comes back in after the loan signings from Estoril have returned to Estoril. Another 20-year-old Bulgarian with bags of potential. He's decent enough. He is decent enough. Sonchev on the other side, again, another 20-year-old Bulgarian. We're blessed with young talent here in Bulgaria with Beroe. And then De Almeida is going to start up top. One other thing to quickly go over, the eagle-eyed Amonu may have noticed in the top left corner. Northern Ireland. We were offered 3 international jobs all at once. One was Cyprus. I forget who the second one was. And the third one was Northern Ireland. So I thought, why not? Why not? If we can do okay with Northern Ireland, it might give us a reputation boost. Make things a little bit smoother for us going forward. They've got some crazy value to some of their players. Ryan Burrows, currently of Brighton, is pretty decent. He is pretty decent, isn't he? Wow, first touch of 80. Wow, what a player he is. So yeah, Northern Ireland. You never know. You never know. First game's against Spain, then Germany, then Portugal. We're in Division A of the European League, which we'll see how it goes. As far as the nation are concerned, they currently find themselves in 52nd place in the world rankings. So we'll see how things go. Frankie Shearer as a Udinese, he's nothing too flash, but still a decent player. Still better than anything we can put out. John Davison of Arsenal, you've got to be a good player to be able to play for Arsenal. He's a great central defender. So, like I say, Northern Ireland is just something for me to do in the background. It's, potential reputation boost for us if we can do quite well. But let's get into what we're here for, which is the game against Ludogorets. Like I say, hopefully we can start the season with a bang, pick up a good result against the defending champions. We'll just tell the boys that we've got faith in them before we get going. And as the teams walk out onto the pitch, Georgiev, pretty good player. Contract was up for debate in the summer. I maybe tried to poach him. He didn't want to come. Doesn't really play in a position that we play in, though. So, yeah, goalkeeper was another one. Another one whose contract was up for debate. It was popping up in a news item, so I thought I'd have a look. But no, he's not interested in signing for Beroe. As we do have the first highlight, and it is Ludogorets. It's Georgiev with that corner towards that near post, and Rico, who thankfully heads it over the bar. There was another player who I looked at as well, and it was from Slavia Sofia. I wanted to bring him in on loan, if I can remember his name. It should highlight it here. Dinko Irianov was going to potentially sign him to play as a Segundo Volante. Sofia agreed the loan deal. The player didn't, unfortunately. Didn't want to come to Beroe, despite the fact that we finished well above them in the league last season in second place. But it's about this season now. Can we go one better? And here comes Hristev on the right-hand side for Beroe. He's got Lubinov inside of him, inside the area, back to Spazov. It's a good tackle, though. We probably overplayed that. We didn't really need to go back to Spazov, but we are coming forward. It's Lubinov again, brings it down beautifully. It's well tackled, though, but Thomas wins that header. De Almeida puts us ahead. 1-0 to Beroe in the 12th minute. We're going to get the VAR check, though. Let's not get too excited. Oh, it's been awarded. Fantastic start. Lubinov, what a touch that is by Lubinov, but it's well challenged, but it's a poor clearance. Tom's heads it on De Almeida. What a finish that is by the young Portuguese. And we've taken a lead against the defending champions in the opening game of the season. And we're on the attack again with Spasov on the right-hand side. Finds Joseph. Spasov gets it back. It's well blocked, though. But Lubinov, who's actually picked up a little bit of an injury there, brings it back forward towards Spasov. Good ball into the box for Sonchev at the back post. Gets his head to it. It's agonisingly wide. It's so close to being 2. I think we're going to have to bring Lubinov off with his injury. Potential groin injury, so that could be quite serious. Bastonov can play there. Obviously, last season started as a defensive midfielder. As a central defender. But he can play there. He can play in defensive midfield. We might even swap him round with Josephs. So we'll get Bastonov on for Lubinov. Half an hour on the clock. Still 1-0 to Beroe. Fantastic start so far. And we come forward again with Sonchev looking for De Almeida. Has he got the pace to get there? No, Rico clears it up. Hristev anticipated that really well. He's in. Can he score? Oh, it's a good save by Adarski in goal. Maybe Hristev should have worked him a little bit harder there. On the brink of half-time now, we're attacking again down this right-hand side. Spasov with the ball into the box for Sonchev, and he's put it just wide of the post again. Needs to be looking to hit the target there, at least with that. But we are in at half-time now, and our lead is thoroughly deserved. We are all over Ludogorets as things stand. Massive XG, clear-cut chances, shots, possession as well over at Ludogorets, which is great. This is exactly what we're hoping for this season. If we can consistently beat Ludogorets, then we are in with a shout of knocking Bulgaria off this season. But they are still the defending champions, and they have won the most leagues in this save for a reason as they look to take advantage. But we have pinched the ball at Hristev, looking to feed De Almeida again. But Ludogorets come away with the ball. There's a counter-attack on now with Kosonen. Good ball forward towards Sashev. Sashev's in. Martin Sashev with his first goal of the season does level the game for Ludogorets, and that's exactly how dangerous they can be. Like I say, they are the defending champions, and they have won the vast majority of the league titles over the last 40 years for a reason. But again, we come down this right-hand side. Seems to be a good area of attack for us. Oh, it's De Almeida, gets his head to the ball. It's gone just over the bar, unfortunately. We are going to make a change. We're going to bring Hristov off. He is looking very tired. He was injured in pre-season. He's missed a lot of it. We're going to get last season's top scorer in Mikov to play on that right-hand side in replace of Hristov. And we come forward, corner. Let's aim for the big Norwegian. It's Gay who gets his head on the ball instead. And it's gone over the bar. We need to be hitting Grumalen with that, really, with his jumping reach and his heading ability. I don't know what's happened there. We've started halfway through a highlight. And Buya gets the ball back in. It's going to come to him again. Bastonov, ball over the top towards Sonchev. He's in. Can he square it for De Almeida? He can. De Almeida's hit the crossbar. Oh, my God. What do we have to do to score? Sonchev still coming forward. He's well tackled, though, but Toms picks it up. And Buya looking into the box again, but it's thumped clear by Ludogorets. And we still pile the pressure on. Deep free kick this time. Headed clear. Can we be the first to the ball? We can. Mikov gets there. Of course, with his fresh legs, finds Spasov, bringing the ball forward, looking for De Almeida, heads it on. It's harmlessly through to Idarski in goal, though. We are absolutely knocking on the door of Ludogorets here. And I'll be disappointed if we don't win. Let's be honest. Bastonov finds Josephs. Josephs looking for De Almeida again. Can he get his effort where he can? Antonio De Almeida restores Beroe's lead over the defending champions with a fantastic finish on his left foot. Great touch and finish by the young Portuguese. Great ball by Josephs to find him as well. This is a great pass, but look at this. Touch, finish. Outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. And we've taken the lead again, which is great. Into the final 10 minutes now. It is Ludogorets looking to come forward, but we have cut that out, and Kupanov just clears the ball long. Can De Almeida win it in the air? He can't. Rico wins it. And now it's Dalcide. They're looking dangerous again here at Ludogorets. Surely that's offside by Sashev. I think it is. It has been given offside. It didn't matter anyway because his effort was tame and it was saved by Kupanov. Hopefully we can hold on for this last 5 minutes. We've got some tired legs on the pitch. Sonchev goes close with that one. Idarski plucks it out the air though. It's a great free kick again. But we have got some very tired legs as things stand. And it is Ludogorets looking a little bit more threatening as this game goes on. Here comes Mikov, though. Finds Grumalen. Can he pick a pass out? He looks for Sonchev. It's somewhat overhit, though. And Ludogorets come away with the ball again down their right-hand side. Well won back by Sonchev, though. Our two players are tackling each other there. Bastonov finds Josephs. He's got support on the right-hand side with Spasov with acres of space into the area. Finds Mikov. Mikov puts the ball in the back of the net. Now, that one looked offside to me. Let's not celebrate this one too quickly, because I do think it's going to be given as offside. Oh, no, it's been awarded. It's 3-1. 3-1. It's great play again. Look at the space that Spasov's in. The ball in towards Mikov. I think he's level, isn't he? He's level. What a great finish, though, by last season's top scorer. Let's see if we can get the lines in. This one here's Mikov. Oh, this one's playing him on. The left back's playing him on. 3-1. 3-1. Oh, Ludogorets, come on, referee, blow the whistle. I can't bear this. We haven't beaten Ludogorets yet in this save. Grumalen heads it clear. Spasov helps it even further on, but it's only as far as Rico. The ball's just going to come straight back with Pechev. Finds a Perisic on the left-hand side. Rico again. Todorov with the ball over the top. And they're in. Lino, put your flag up. Going to get VAR, are we? No, it's been allowed to stand. No, not another highlight, please. And Buya now with the ball. Just time waste. Sonchev. Forced back to Ambuya. 20 seconds remaining. It's Gay. Into Bastonov. Lots of yellow cards for us. Little back heel by Bastonov. Hold Johan Cruyff there. The ball forward towards Sonchev is cut out though. Thankfully it's gone out of play. And now surely this is the end. Surely this is the end. And now we get the highlight of the disallowed. Oh, it has been disallowed. What on earth are you doing, Football Manager? I thought it was 3-2. And then we get the highlight to say it was disallowed. Player of the match, though. Antonio De Almeida with his double. A 3-1 win over the defending champions on the opening day of the season. Of course, if you remember back to the start of last season, That was a 3-1 defeat, I believe it was, against Ludogorets. This is an absolutely, as this reporter says, a massive result for us. And we find ourselves joint top of the league after the first game, which is great. Ludogorets, -2 goal difference, no points on the board. Fantastic, fantastic performance by the boys. And that brings an end to today's episode, guys. We're going to come back a third of the way through the season, as we normally do. It's going to be around here somewhere. It could be CSKA, Ludogorets again, maybe CSKA, Sofia. We'll see where we're at, who we're at, league-wise, what sort of position we're in. But guys, thank you for watching. Please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me and the subscribe button. Like I always say, it does help me out massively, and I greatly appreciate each and every one of you who do it. But that's it from me for today, guys. I will see you in the next episode, where hopefully we can continue the way we've started here in our second season in Bulgaria. But cheers, guys, and I'll catch you next time.